Hello, this is Steve David Kozik, Chief Spiritual Officer for the Lovemakers Foundation, a 501c3 charity whose purpose is to bring love in the world. You may be wondering why you saw me hitting a couple of pickleballs, and I'll hit a couple more, or one more, and I'll practice the serve. The reason is because today's topic is love, find your flow. Now, this concept of flow is a lot of times found in athletics, right? You have Tiger Woods, for example, in his heyday, focusing all of his energy, his intent, his attention, energy focused on hitting a golf ball or on putting a golf ball. You have Sue Bird, whose documentary actually inspired me to make this presentation, this love message, who for 21 years said, well, playing basketball was my life. And she played pro basketball for 21 years in the WNBA for the Seattle Storm. And she found her greatest comfort on the court. So we have a lot of athletes. It could be Simone Biles, the famous gymnast. It could be a great tennis player like Djokovic. It could be anybody. My favorite, of course, is Anna Leigh Waters, who is the world's #1 female pickleball player. And again, it's that focus, that intensity. Now, what is flow? Flow was really identified by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who studied flow and wrote a book on flow and defined it as the ability to meet your challenges at the highest level, to dissolve time and lose track of time, and to become the thing that you're doing, eliminating total duality. Well, that works great in athletics, but the purpose of this talk, of this love message, is to say, look, it's great for temporary situations. You might have found it watching a movie. You might have found it listening to some music. But we're talking about life here. We're talking about a paradigm to your life. How do we find flow? My answer, and the answer of the Lovemakers Foundation, is through love. It's through that love and the awareness of the amazing expansiveness of love. Finding that passion is an example of what love can do for you. Behaving in love will take you to a flow state. Self-love will take you to a flow state. Learning unconditional love will definitely put you in a flow state. Connecting with your highest self will put you in a flow state. Transformation, transforming yourself into love, will put you into a flow state. And what that means is that every second of your life, every moment of your life, you will be living in love. You will become love. And what happens there is you'll just be observing. You won't be judging either yourself or others. You'll see the spark of love in everyone else. You will learn to be generous, courageous at all times. You will learn to forgive. You will learn to be thankful and express tremendous gratitude. You will become one with your environment. Right now, as an example, I'm giving you an example of flow, of love flow, because how do you get to God? How do you get to your highest self? The way to do it, in my mind, is through love. This moment, all I feel is love. Again, how do you do it? Well, Carl Jung said you've got to, and I think Jesus, of course, said, the kingdom of heaven is within. The kingdom of heaven is within. Profound. Now, Carl Jung said, and there was a lot of stuff on what he said on there, his deathbed before he died. What he said is you have to go somewhere by yourself. And of course, Jesus said when you pray by yourself, right? But you have to go by yourself, according to Carl Jung, the famous psychologist. He said you have to go by yourself, and you have to open yourself up and observe yourself and find the shadow of your life and expose yourself to who you really are, well, without anyone else observing you. Who are you really? I'm going to be very presumptuous, and I'm going to tell you what I believe. You are love, but you have to discover it, don't you? You know, the distractions of life, money, jobs, the distractions of World Cup soccer or sports, your family, your lover, your sweetheart if you have one. Maybe you're lonely, you're distracted by that. Whatever it is, you have to go within. And you have to do it with yourself and examine who you are. Now, I have a simple exercise. Before you go to sleep at night, just ask yourself, who am I? And you'll get an answer, believe me, and that answer will be profound. But when you consciously just ask yourself, who am I? Or if you just observe yourself and take away all the facades that you portray in the real world to other people, you're going to find something very special. You're going to find that you are love, and that you can become love, and that you can see everything with love. The spark, and when you do that, fear will be completely dissolved. And you'll be able to see the spark in everyone. You'll be able to balance out self-love versus others. You'll be able to love yourself without judgment. In a way, you'll become totally enlightened. But the result for you will be peace, happiness, and joy. Dear God, this moment we experience the flow of absolute love. We experience at this moment, fear dissolves, and there is only our highest self filled with love, completely filled with love, and we experience that love this moment because we know absolutely we are love. As Carl Jung said, I know God because I experienced it internally and know it because we are love. I release these words as absolute truth into the universe, to our highest selves, to God, and know that this is, in fact, absolute truth. So it is so. Amen. So go in peace, work on your flow, get by yourself and undress yourself emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. And when you get to the truth, you will find that absolute love is your truth. Well, check out our website, lovemakersfoundation.com. Probably should be .org, but it is .com. And just as importantly, we want a lot of views. We need views. Tell your friends, tell your friends to view us on Love Makers Foundation, and you'll see a catalog of over 350, 400 love messages. Also, subscribe to our channel. We'd really love that. And also, we're taking donations so that Deborah and I can travel the country to do some healings. And we plan to do a love message every day for about 2 weeks. So that's it. Go in love. And remember, love is always the way.